On Monday, Vancouver Police were called to help a social worker who was attempting to remove a 1-month-old baby from its teenage mother. Well, after 3 hours of unsuccessful negotiation, 4 officers decided that tasering her was the best course of action. As you can imagine, the young mother is extremely upset.
A grown person dies from being tasered. So what does it say about a pint-sized girl and her 1-month-old baby?
She's very concerned for the health of her 1-month-old grandchild and her daughter-in-law, who was tasered by Vancouver Police while the baby was in the mother's arms. It happened Monday afternoon when the Ministry of Family Services called police to help return the child to a foster home.
These were prolonged negotiations over 3 hours. And at some point during the negotiations, our members felt it critical to intervene. The last thing we want to do is get in a tug-of-war with the mother, where the baby would have been harmed further in a physical struggle like that. The taser application brought this incident to a safe resolution, and we were able to get that care that this critically ill infant needed.
There was 4 placement officers, and it took 2 hours, and they still couldn't negotiate. They still can't get to the point. I mean, tells you something wrong there, and then to use taser as a last resort.
The taser application was very localized in that touch contact mode. This wasn't a situation where there were probes flying around. This was a localized application, and there was no transfer.
The ongoing Braidwood inquiry into the use of tasers has already heard how there's been virtually no research done on how a 50,000-volt shock can affect teenagers, the elderly, or people with medical conditions. But police say they had to use the taser this week because they felt the mother was accidentally smothering the baby.
There is no situation where our officers would come to work and think that they would be using a taser or use of force on a child. That is rare, and it's something that it's the last thing we would want to do.
That is totally wrong. It's barbaric. Where's the humanity in that?